Hey, what's up friends? Welcome back to another Ableton tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you why flattening to audio is awesome. Okay, so some of y'all are probably already playing with this. Maybe we've talked about this in person, but I'm just going to get started and show you some basic examples of when it's real nice to move on and commit from your MIDI, flatten it to audio, and use some of those audio advantages to make other cool things happen sound design wise. So let's just first review what I'm actually talking about. So, all right, here's my project, real simple. I've got this chord that it's just a minor 9 chord that I played on like a piano. Lovely. And right now it's MIDI and like I'm happy with what it's doing. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna click the channel and hit Control and click, and I get this drop down menu right here, freeze track, boom. Now what this does is temporarily perform it as audio instead of MIDI, which is very helpful if you just want to save CPU, because the computer has to think about all those MIDI functions and performing with the instrument and all the effects on the channel. And this just flattens all that and turns it into just a nice simple audio for it to listen to. And what's good about freezing is you can undo it at any time. I can just hit unfreeze and boom, it's back to audio and I can start editing again. But that's not what we're doing today. I'm committing to the freezing, and now I'm gonna go down. When you do it again, with Control click, you get this option that says flatten. And this is kind of a, like, no turning back mode. This is where you really commit to being audio. And this is what we want. We want to commit. Committing in life is important. It's how you move forward. So here we go. We're gonna hit flatten. Boom. It turned that chord into a lovely little audio waveform. That's exactly what I'm playing. Like, I'm happy with that. Cool. So now let's mess around with this as audio. I'm gonna double click into it. Here it is. I mean, I might as well just boost the gain, get it kind of normalized. By normalized, I mean that it's gonna peak right around 0, which is the edge of the clip area. Cool. Some first obvious things that we could do is you can hit the letter R when the clip is selected to reverse it. Like this. Boom. I just hit R. It is reversed. Check it out. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of that type of sound design right there. So let's just keep that line around. That's our reverse. Go ahead and duplicate that and make something else. What if I, now, I can, I've got the reverse going on. What if I also change the warp mode from beats, or whatever your default's gonna be? Mine's on beats, that's dumb, I have to fix that, to complex, which is pretty standard and kind of like a nice place to start. I'm gonna go to clip, in terms of envelopes, which you could access right here with this toggle. And I'm gonna go to transpose. And now I'm gonna make the pitch bend at the end by creating an automation point here, maybe here, have it drop down some amount. That's cool. Yeah, it's kind of like a needle drop effect. I'm gonna make it happen more quickly. Awesome, nice. Maybe super fast. Yes, I really like that actually. Cool. So that's another thing that could be done. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and unreverse this sound. And now we could just kind of do some basic slice work. Like trim this. This is obviously something that you could more or less still do with MIDI, but it becomes just very like, I don't know, very just effortless and instinctual when you're doing it with audio. So I came up with this little rhythm here. Which makes for a nice loop in itself. And now I can just do pitch changes to certain chords, like that's nice. Maybe this one will be reversed. Oh yeah, it already had the pitch bend. Now I'm just messing around some more, using the same techniques. And we've got this awesome 4-bar loop that's ready for like a hip hop beat underneath. I mean, it sounds awesome and way more interesting than just that initial chord, or probably something that I would have even played with the keyboard. All right, so we messed around with transposition, reversing, pitch automation, which could be considered in the transposition category. Let's also address maybe this kind of Play-Doh like stretching of time. So maybe I'll go back to the initial one here. And I'm going to unreverse it. And let me go ahead and just trim it to where it's supposed to start. OCD like that. Now, if you are on Live 9.5 or whatever the version should be, then you should be able to hold shift while near the end of the clip, and it'll go from this regular brackets to the brackets with the triangle. And now I could just stretch this waveform out just right here in arrangement view and warp it without having to go into clip view. Very interesting, very useful actually. So this is interesting because depending on the warp setting, you'll get some interesting glitchy stuff happening. Like this kind of thing. What if we really get more extreme with that? Keep going. Yeah, you could even see the waveform starting to like deteriorate and get kind of fibrous. Lovely. It's so beautiful. Cool. Yeah, I mean that's so pretty. And then I could take that and then I could keep going. I'll just keep stretching it. And then I can pitch transpose that. Yes. And then reverse that. Beautiful. Cool. So that's just some things that we've done with just this very simple piano chord that started like this. We've come a long, long ways from there, just using some basic sound design for audio. Now, next time I'm going to show you some more things to do with maybe some more aggressive like wavetable style sounds, and we'll do more processing on top and continue to rinse and repeat this process and just really explore the possibilities of simplifying to audio, committing from that MIDI to move on to bigger and better things. Hope you learned something from this. Hope you enjoyed this project file. I'll see y'all soon. Thank you so much for being here. I love y'all.